You fall asleep just fine, but like clockwork, your eyes snap open at 2 a.m. No noise, no pain, just that strange, wide-awake feeling again. If you're over 60 and tired of these restless nights stealing your energy, focus, and peace of mind, you're not alone. Millions of seniors wake up at the exact same time every night and have no idea why. But here's what most people don't realize. These 2 a.m. wake-ups aren't random, and they're not just part of aging. They're often caused by 5 very specific habits that quietly disrupt your internal clock. And once you fix them, your body remembers how to stay asleep, all on its own. Let's start with the one most people get completely backwards. Tip number 1. Take 10 minutes of evening sunlight to balance sleep. Hormones. Most people think of sunlight as a morning or midday health habit, but for seniors struggling with restless nights or waking too early, the right kind of evening light may be the missing piece. Here's why it matters. Your body runs on a natural clock called the circadian rhythm. It's controlled by light cues. Morning light tells your brain to start the day, while a softer, lower-angle evening light signals your body to start producing melatonin for sleep. According to research from the University of Colorado Boulder, just 10-15 minutes of natural light exposure in the last 2 hours before sunset helps anchor the body's internal clock, making sleep deeper and more stable. This golden hour light also contains more red and orange wavelengths, which reduce cortisol and gently tell your nervous system to wind down. Even indirect sunlight, like sitting near a window or taking a slow walk, can deliver these cues without the alerting effect of bright midday light. One woman in her 70s shared that she started a simple routine, stepping outside to water her plants for 10 minutes around 6 p.m. Within a week, her early morning wake-ups dropped, and she began sleeping through the night. To make the most of this tip, avoid bright artificial light immediately afterward, especially from phones or TVs. Blue light can reset your clock in the wrong direction, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Think of this habit as setting your body's dimmer switch. A little bit of natural evening light tells your brain that night is coming, triggering the cascade of hormones and temperature changes that prepare you for the restorative sleep your body needs for repair, memory, and energy. And if you pair this with the next tip, something most people overlook, you'll supercharge your body's ability to stay calm and asleep all night long. Tip number 2. Avoid midnight bathroom trips by fixing this hidden habit. You might think it's your bladder waking you up, but that's only half the story. What most seniors don't realize is this: it's often not how much water you drink, but when you drink it that triggers those 2 a.m. bathroom trips. Here's the mistake. Many seniors stop drinking water too early in the evening, thinking it'll help them sleep better. So by 6 or 7 p.m., they cut off fluids completely. But this actually backfires. When your body doesn't get enough hydration throughout the day, it tries to catch up at night. Your cells signal thirst, and your brain responds by creating light, interrupted sleep patterns. This triggers subtle stress hormones and makes your kidneys more active when they should be resting. You wake up feeling like you have to go, even when your bladder isn't full. It's not urgency, it's imbalance. Harvard sleep researchers have shown that dehydration can fragment sleep cycles, especially in older adults. And studies from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that adults who stayed consistently hydrated had fewer nighttime wake-ups and better REM quality. The key is pacing your hydration, front-loading your fluids earlier in the day. Start your morning with a full glass of water, then keep sipping steadily until around 7 p.m. After that, taper off. Think of your body like a sponge. If it's dry all day, it tries to soak up every drop at night, but when it's fully hydrated early, it has no reason to wake you. And there's a bonus. Steady hydration also improves blood pressure regulation and temperature control while you sleep, which means not only fewer trips to the toilet, but deeper, uninterrupted rest. This small shift in routine can change everything. It's not about drinking less, it's about drinking smart. And once your sleep cycle stops being hijacked by unnecessary signals, your body finally remembers what true rest feels like. Ready for the next tip? This one has to do with your core body temperature, and it surprises most people. Tip number 3. Cool your core, not just your room. You've probably heard that a cool bedroom helps you sleep better, but here's what most people don't realize. It's not just about your bedroom temperature, it's about your core body heat and how you manage it before bed. As we get older, the brain's internal thermostat doesn't regulate as sharply as it used to. So, even if your room is at the perfect 65 to 68 degrees, your body might still run too warm inside. And that heat keeps your brain from entering the deep, restful stages of sleep. You may fall asleep fine at first, but by 2 a.m., your temperature dips too fast or not enough. Either way, your nervous system jolts you awake. Your body thinks something's wrong even when it's not. Here's the fix most people overlook: a warm shower or bath about 90 minutes before bed. It sounds counterintuitive, but it works. When you step out of a warm shower, your blood vessels dilate. This helps release internal heat, dropping your core temperature more quickly and naturally. That temperature drop is the body's signal that it's time for sleep. A study from the University of Texas found that seniors who took a warm bath before bed fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and had more restorative sleep cycles, especially deep, slow-wave sleep, which helps your brain detox and your muscles recover. This doesn't need to be fancy. Just 10 minutes in warm water, followed by slipping into a cooler room, creates the ideal internal conditions for uninterrupted sleep. Some seniors also use a simple foot soak or warm compress if a full bath isn't possible. Even warming the hands or feet can shift your internal thermostat just enough to prevent those 2 a.m. wake-ups. Think of it like dimming the lights in your nervous system. You're helping your body ease into night mode instead of slamming into it and waking up hours later confused, overheated, and restless. Want to feel like your sleep is back under your control? This one small shift can anchor your entire nighttime routine and restore the healing rhythm your body's been craving. Next, we'll fix something even more subtle. It's a signal your brain misinterprets as danger, but it's really coming from your gut. Tip number 4, balance your blood sugar before bed. You've probably been told not to eat late at night, but here's what most people don't realize. Going to bed on an empty stomach can be just as disruptive as eating too much, especially for seniors who often experience more dramatic shifts in blood sugar while they sleep. When your blood sugar drops too low overnight, your body treats it like an emergency. Cortisol and adrenaline get released to protect you, which triggers a mini stress response, and that's often what jolts you awake at 2 or 3 a.m. with a pounding heart, dry mouth, or the sudden urge to urinate. It's not insomnia, it's your brain trying to survive what it thinks is a crisis. A simple solution? A small balanced bedtime snack. Something with a little protein, healthy fat, and complex carbs. Think a spoon of almond butter on whole grain toast, a few walnuts with half a banana, or even Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of oats. This gentle nourishment helps stabilize your glucose levels through the night, preventing those hormonal alarms from going off. In a study published in Frontiers in Nutrition, older adults who ate a balanced bedtime snack slept longer, woke up less, and reported better energy the next day. The key wasn't the calories, it was the blood sugar stability. And when your blood sugar is steady, your brain isn't constantly scanning for danger. It can stay in rest mode, where it's supposed to be. Some seniors even keep a small glass of tart cherry juice next to the bed. It's rich in melatonin, but also provides a little natural sugar to buffer any dips. This isn't about late-night indulgence, it's about restoring biological safety so your brain and body can fully relax. Coming up next is a tip that has nothing to do with food or temperature. It targets your most overlooked sleep organ, and no, it's not your brain. Tip number 5. Unblock your nose, unlock your sleep. If you've tried everything else and still wake up at 2 a.m., the problem might be hiding in plain sight, your nose. Many seniors deal with something called silent nasal resistance. You're not fully congested, so you don't notice anything wrong. But your nasal passages narrow just enough during the night that it disrupts airflow. Your brain senses the oxygen drop. It panics, and it wakes you up to breathe better, often under the false alarm of needing to urinate or shift positions. And the worst part? You usually don't even realize it's happening. You just chalk it up to poor sleep. But here's what most people don't realize. Nasal breathing is the master switch for deep, uninterrupted sleep. When your nose is clear, your body stays calmer, your breathing slows, and your nervous system stays in the rest and digest mode. That's why one of the most powerful bedtime routines is nasal cleansing. A gentle saline rinse with a neti pot or a squeeze bottle can clear allergens, reduce inflammation, and open your airway. According to research in the American Journal of Rhinology and Allergy, seniors who practiced nasal irrigation had better oxygen saturation and fewer sleep interruptions. You can also try nasal strips, the kind athletes use. They lift the sides of your nose just enough to allow smoother breathing. No drugs, no side effects, just better airflow. And if you suspect mild sleep apnea, even without loud snoring, talk to your doctor about it. Many older adults have undiagnosed sleep-disordered breathing that causes early waking, poor memory, and fatigue even if they're in bed for 8 hours. Fixing your nasal airflow can change everything. Your brain finally stays oxygenated, your heart rate slows, and those sudden 2 a.m. wake-ups, they disappear like fog when the sun rises, because when your body feels safe, it stays asleep. If you start using even just one of the 5 tips you learned in this video tonight, something surprising may happen. In the first 7 days, most seniors notice they're not waking up as often. Maybe they still stir once in the night, but they fall back asleep faster. Their thoughts feel quieter. Their body feels more at ease. It's subtle, but it's progress. By day 14, something deeper begins to shift. The 2 a.m. wake-up becomes less familiar. You sleep through till 5 or 6 a.m. without that awful restlessness in the dark. Your energy in the morning improves. You don't need 2 cups of coffee just to feel normal. Your body is starting to trust your new routine. By day 30, your nervous system has begun to rewire. Your sleep pattern stabilizes. Your stress hormones stay low at night. You feel more grounded, less anxious, and more in control of your health. You're no longer bracing for another bad night, you're reclaiming sleep as your ally. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Most seniors fail before day 7, not because the tips don't work, but because they expect instant magical results. And when they wake up once or twice again, they give up and say, "Nothing works for me." What they don't realize is that healing sleep isn't a light switch, it's a pattern. A gentle rhythm your body relearns over time, especially after decades of stress, poor habits, or medications. And those who succeed, they stay consistent. They treat their bedtime routine like medicine. They don't chase sleep, they create space for it. They make their sleep environment sacred. They hydrate the right way. They eat foods that stabilize blood sugar. They calm their thoughts without screens, and they trust their body to do what it was designed to do. If you're over 60 and tired of 2 a.m. wake-ups, just know this. You're not broken, you're not too old, you're not too far gone. You're one committed decision away from 30 days that could give you back years of deeper sleep, clearer thinking, and calmer mornings. So don't quit at day 6, because day 7 is when most people finally start to heal. Let's pull back the curtain on one of the most overlooked reasons seniors wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or even 4 a.m. feeling wired, like their brain just flipped on a light switch. It's not always stress. It's not always blood sugar. Sometimes it's something far more primal and fixable. It's your core body temperature. You see, for your body to fall asleep and stay asleep, your core temperature needs to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the signal your brain uses to release melatonin, the hormone that tells your entire system time to rest. But here's what most seniors don't realize. As you age, your body's ability to regulate temperature declines. The internal thermostat gets glitchy, the signal to cool down at night gets weaker, and even small things like wearing socks to bed, using an electric blanket, or having a late hot shower can throw everything off. And when your body heats up too much in the middle of the night, it thinks it's morning, so it floods your system with cortisol. Your heart rate rises, your brain turns on, you're wide awake, and you don't even know why. It's like a house that keeps flipping its porch lights on at midnight because the thermostat thinks the sun is rising. But here's the good news. There's a simple, doctor-backed trick to stabilize your core temperature naturally. It doesn't require medication. It doesn't even cost anything. And it's backed by real science from institutions like Harvard and the National Sleep Foundation. It's called thermal anchoring. And it works like this. Instead of focusing on just warming your feet or cooling your room, you create a temperature contrast, a gentle difference between your core and your extremities. This contrast helps your body anchor itself into a state of rest and triggers deep, continuous sleep. The most effective way to do this? Soak your feet in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes before bed. It sounds too simple, but here's what's actually happening. When you soak your feet in warm water, the blood vessels in your feet dilate. This pulls heat away from your core and down toward your extremities. Your core body temperature drops slightly, just enough to flip the sleep switch in your brain, and that drop is exactly what helps melatonin production surge. Once you're in bed, your body stays cooler at the center and warmer at the edges, a combination that locks in your sleep cycle and keeps you from overheating around 2 or 3 a.m. Even better, this method has been shown to work in people over 60 more effectively than in younger adults because seniors often lose the ability to cool down efficiently. It gives the body a helping hand without pills, side effects, or disruptions to your routine. Let me give you an example. A 74-year-old woman from Arizona tried everything to stop waking up at 2:30 a.m. Sleep aids, meditation, magnesium, She even bought blackout curtains. Nothing worked for more than a night or two, but when she began soaking her feet in warm water at 9 p.m. every evening with a towel nearby and calming music in the background, something changed. She fell asleep faster, but more importantly, she stopped waking up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat or in a state of anxious alertness. She told her family it felt like her body finally learned how to sleep again. That's the power of temperature rhythm. And here's the bonus benefit most people never expect. Once you begin sleeping through the night, your mood improves. Your blood pressure stabilizes, your digestion becomes more regular, you feel younger, calmer, more optimistic, all because your nervous system is finally getting the reset it needs. And it all starts with warm water and 10 quiet minutes of your time. If you're serious about fixing 2 a.m. wake-ups for good, add this to your bedtime routine tonight. It's not a gimmick, it's how your body was designed to operate. You just have to give it the right signal. Because good sleep isn't just about what you remove, like screens or sugar, it's about what you add. Structure, calm, and the steady, predictable patterns your body can trust. Once your body trusts that bedtime means cool, dark, and peaceful, it will return the favor in the most powerful way imaginable. Deep, healing sleep that lasts through the night. Next, we'll tie it all together with one surprising insight about nighttime waking that almost nobody talks about, and it's something you can start fixing tonight. By now, you've heard some of the most effective doctor-backed ways to stop waking up in the middle of the night. But there's one truth almost nobody talks about, one that could change the way you approach sleep forever. Sometimes, your 2 a.m. wake-ups aren't just a sleep issue. They're a signal, a whisper from your nervous system, a message from your mind or your body that something's out of balance. It could be your blood sugar crashing from a poor dinner, it could be unprocessed stress sitting in your chest, it could be dehydration, inflammation, or even loneliness. The mistake most seniors make is thinking they just need more melatonin or another sleep pill. But you don't need to knock yourself out. You need to listen to your body and respond with smarter, simpler strategies that create true calm, not just unconsciousness. When you shift your focus from "how do I fall asleep again" to "how do I support my body's rhythm," everything changes. You wake up less, you feel stronger in the morning. You start to believe that aging doesn't mean surrendering your nights to restless tossing or quiet frustration, because your sleep isn't broken, it's just been mismatched with what your body truly needs. Now you have 5 powerful ways to fix that, and the message is simple: you're not doomed to nights of broken sleep. You're just one smart routine away from sleeping through till morning and waking up feeling like yourself again. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with someone else who wakes up at 2 a.m. and wonders why. You just might give them back the rest they've been missing for years. Did this make you think differently about your health? Drop a 1 below, and if you're ready to move with us, type start. We're in this together.